Hello, my name is Kim Sauer at CES in Las Vegas. I'm joined today by Janelle Wang from Acton RocketSkates.
Yes.
Janelle, welcome.
Thank you.
You have a very unique, very innovative product. You're a co-founder of the product. Tell us a little bit about what it is and what it does.
Okay. So Acton is, Acton focused on wearable mobility. So our first product is RocketSkates. It's motorized skates. So we develop our own technology, which you lean forward, it goes. You push down, it stops. And it's really small. We packed everything, motor, battery, in a really small package, which is the world's smallest and lightest electrical, vehicle.
So it's about mobility. It's about getting people around and making life easier, I guess, essentially. Is that the idea behind it?
For fun as well. So it's the feeling, the experience is more like snowboarding, but it's on concrete, on sidewalks. So get around is more fun. And not only it's a hardware product, and we have an app that to connect everybody. So on the app you can find the friends nearby who are using the products, and you can tag it and then make friends.
Okay, cool. So it's a fun product, and is it easy to learn and to actually skate with them?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Yeah, so it's about 10 minutes, 15 minutes in learning curve, because it's motorized. So you need to kind of know how the machine works for you. So there is a small learning curve, but for younger people, it's not too hard.
Yeah, I guess they're used to these sort of things.
Yeah.
Now let's talk a little bit about the hardware and the electronics that are inside. Obviously the idea is quite easy to come up with, but then to translate that into something that you can manufacture and manufacture and scale. So how did you go about that?
My background is in design, industrial design, so I definitely know some of the manufacturing process. I think it's very critical to understand how things are made. There are tons of great ideas out there, but they can't turn that onto a product that be on shelf or deliver the fun experience to consumers. So I think before you design something, probably have a little bit understanding of the cost, material, manufacturing process. That's very essential for a business.
So in your case, obviously with your background, you had that knowledge. How did you then take the step forward into finding your manufacturing partners?
Well, it's like sourcing. You visit. We used to travel. In one day, I'll visit 5 different cities in China. So really finding the right partners, right suppliers, very important. Yeah.
Obviously, in China, it's very big on manufacturing, and there are a lot of opportunities there. There are also geographical differences in terms of the cost and the labor cost, and therefore the manufacturing cost might be a little bit higher. Is it in the southern part of China, Shenzhen, maybe where you're manufacturing?
Actually, our majority of our suppliers are near Shanghai. Yeah,
okay.
Some are from Shenzhen. Some of the components actually from the U.S. Yeah.
So you source the components, bring them over to China in Shanghai, and then manufacture there.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of your market, is your initial market China, or is it a global market?
It's a global market. Actually, right now, 85% of our market is in the U.S. So we're a U.S.-based company. We're based in Los Angeles. LA is kind of a flat, very spread out. It's always sunny, so that's a good thing for a mobility product. People are willing to try new things. That's it's just great for innovating. Yeah.
Sure. So at the moment in the manufacturing world, there are trends of particularly what they call onshoring or right-shoring. So manufacturing in the geographical areas where you then actually have a very big market share.
Yeah.
Is that a consideration for you to maybe bring some of the manufacturing closer to the markets that you will look at?
Well, maybe down the line, but right now the ecosystem in the US doesn't support that type of manufacturing. It's like batteries or motors, all the parts, components we're using. Literally, we don't have the supply chain here in the U.S. We tried, it's like we're basically here. Why don't we make it here? It's not that easy. It's not just about the willingness. It's a whole ecosystem. It's other companies to support you. So I think in the U.S., made in the U.S. That's a great idea, but probably takes some time, 5 years or also to realize it.
Sure. Yeah, and obviously it's a big cost to move manufacturing from one place to another.
So it's not just about components. There are like bolts nuts. Are there bolts nuts here? It's hard to find.
Yeah. So now this is a product that is also it's functional, but it's also quite beautiful to look at and quite original to look at. So how do you see the sort of electronic part, the brains of the thing working together with the actual design, and how restrictive or how enabling was that for you?
So our company, because my background in design, Peter's background in design as well, so we kind of designer turned entrepreneurs. So we really focus on how to blend the fashion with tech. So it's now, in the past couple of years, when there is a technology product, you look at it, it's a technology product because all the parts are exposed to consumers. But from an end user point of view, they don't look at the product as a technology. They look at if it's somebody I would like to pay and I would like to use it. So from that point of view, you want to say, okay, if that's fashionable enough, good looking enough that people are willing to pay to use it. So they don't think about what's the technology behind it. That's why people like iPhone that much, because it's beautiful designed. And of course, there are tons of technology behind it, but you don't want to show the technology.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Oh, thank you.
Good luck with the rest of the show. And I look forward to, putting my feet into one of those and scooting away.
Yeah, definitely try. We have a track here. That's why, we designed it so that people can look at the product and say, hey, can we try? Yes, you can, definitely.
Excellent.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, it's a pleasure.